So one of the most common questions I'm asked is, do I need funding to be in real estate? The fear-based questions, for lack of better ways of saying it, is that people just don't understand wholesaling. They see what's on TV, or they see their friends flipping a house, or whatever the case may be, and they've come to believe that they have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars to get into this industry. They've got to be able to buy the house, they have to be able to rehab a house, they have to be able to do all this stuff, and none of that is true. What you have to be able to do is find a deal. You have to be able to get a property under contract for a discounted price. That's what you have to be able to do. Because if you can do that one thing, and then in turn, effectively find a buyer that will step in and assume your interest in that contract, then you can make money. And none of that requires you to close. None of that requires you to actually spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. None of that requires you to spend $1, quite frankly. That is all about effort. That is all about research. That is all about a process. That is all about a system. A system that we've perfected over the years called reverse wholesaling, where you can go out and find a property based off of research that you've done, research that we've helped guide you, that shows you that everybody in your market happens to be buying in this one general area. And here's all the prices they're paying, and here's the commonalities of these properties. You know, they're 3-bedroom, 2-bath, they're all 1,200 square feet. Somebody's paying $100,000 for them, right? All these things that make you really, really confident. So then you go out and you are able to put a property under contract for something less than that. And that something less than that is where the margin is created, is where there becomes your ability to step in, if you choose, and find a buyer that will buy your interest. They will buy your interest in the contract. The contract becomes the asset. Think about that for a moment. You know, many of you have no idea that this even exists, but it happens every single day, tens of thousands of times every year. Over 1.8 million times a year, this happens right now, where people step in and buy these contracts and say, you've got a good deal. You have a lottery ticket, and I will buy your interest in that lottery ticket for a fee. If somebody came in and won the lottery and they made a choice that they were going to get the payout over the 30-year period, I want $100 million, pay me out over 30 years. But something changed in year 2. Well, there's our companies that will step in and pay you, hey, you've got this thing for $100 million. I will come in and give you $50 million today. Why do I use that as an example? Because the ticket itself, the annuity, that contract that you have with the state to get that 100, that is an asset, right? It matters. And the same thing is true in real estate. The moment you have this thing under contract, the moment you've established what the price is the moment it becomes valuable in and of itself. And you, unless otherwise stated, have the ability to sell that contract, to sell your interest in that contract to somebody for a fee, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, and never have to close on the deal. That's why this business gets very exciting when you realize what the possibilities are. And none of this, by the way, requires funding. So that's why when people ask me, do I need funding? How do I raise the money? Well, let me tell you how you do it. You go and wholesale a few deals. You go create a couple $100,000 in profits from wholesaling, and you turn around and you educate yourself on how to actually do a rehab. You go and you get certified. You go and, you know, through one of our trainings, you go and line up your funding partners, which we will be once you're certified. And once you have all those ducks in a row and you've done these transactions to create this cash flow, and you're no longer at risk of taking everything you've worked so hard for, you're at risk at taking it down because of making dumb decisions, then you do a rehab. Then you apply for the funding. And then people like us step in and help you. Until you're prepared to do that, wholesale. And if you're gonna wholesale, make sure you reverse wholesale, which simply means just go get educated. Understand what the market is willing to tell you. There's so much great data out there that just can make you so much more effective than the average jackass that's running up and down the street right now that just went to a 3-day seminar, or they read a book online, or they watched 4 YouTube videos and suddenly they think they know how to do the deal. It's so easy to be better than that guy or that girl out there. A little bit of education, a little bit of systems, a few processes, and suddenly you can take this from, you know, hope, which hope isn't a strategy, and turn it into the reality, the dream, the thing you've always wanted, which is profits. And profits create options, and options create freedom. Hope that helps you. If it did, do me a favor. Just like, comment, or share this video. Take care.